It's, as you say, it started out predominantly in direct carrier billing, giving sort of these mega merchants access into these markets through essentially being able to pay for these services using your mobile phone. And as these payment ecosystems have developed, they've leapfrogged us and the US, sort of cutting out cards, which are very cumbersome, have lots of issues for the merchants, and have gone to more direct payment methods and wallets, which are dominating in those markets. Now, these are massive markets and potentially massive growth markets for some of these big merchants. And having access and very simplified access into these payment ecosystems, I think is a massive value proposition. And Boku is the leader in that space. So in that way, I think it has done really well. And you can look at it, they break out local payment methods in their reporting, and it's really growing and compounding significantly. If we take a look from here where it can go, I think overall it's still tiny, and sort of the payments market is absolutely massive. And the key growth levers that they can pull is deeper merchant penetration, even just with their existing merchants. They're only really scratching the surface. So they work with an Amazon in one market, just penetrating that out from just, let's say, Amazon Prime into a lot of additional verticals and additional markets. That could really go. In a recent Capital Markets Day, they also highlighted that they can really grow merchants, especially with sort of the new AI wave. We get a lot new merchants that are making very significant revenues in this space. So there's no reason why they couldn't work with some of those merchants to facilitate growth in some of those geographies and payment methods. And then they can also innovate on their product offering, optimizing on FX. They talked a little bit about stable coins, which has been all the rage in terms of moving money across borders, which is of course something that Boku does significantly. So they're really well positioned. And I think Stuart and Rob have done really well as a team. They're super incentivized. And I think this is such a valuable asset, and it's fantastic to have that listed on the market.
Yeah.
Here. And so having long-term shareholders like us and supporting it through the space.